Okie doke. So a friend of mine asked me how I make things so glossy when I draw. So we're gonna kind of go over that sort of real quick. So usually it just kind of starts like, let's just put a face down here. There we go, we're gonna do that. And it kind of just starts with, how do I explain what I'm doing? Usually I block out some darker shadows. Sometimes I do a little blending and stuff. I'm using this blend here, K-Blender Strong. Any way to show who made that? I don't know how to. But you know, almost any really good blending brush will work. So now I've got like a really rough basis down. It's a little creepy. And we're gonna do some quick features to make this a little easier to illustrate. I don't know why they're blue. I guess they're just blue. There we go. I think I just like the color blue. Okay, we're gonna do this. First, I get a good idea of where I want the sharp, like, lines to be. And that really helps. I try not to use pure black, though I seem to be doing that right now. And I guess it's not really a big deal too much, as long as you know what you're doing. So what I do is I usually get, like, that going, and I'll try to figure out where my highlights go. Notice that, you can really sharpen out edges by doing this. And I carefully blend around here, carefully blend around here. I try to leave a little bit of that sharp edge there, while also letting the, like, soft bit go. So then, like, I'll do like this. Oops, see, I accidentally lost that sharp edge. So you do it again. Keep the sharp edge of the shadow and the sharp edge of the light. We're gonna blend this in, actually, just to get... There we go, do that, and then we're gonna try to add a little bit more... Just gonna do a little bit of this. Blend it in. And see, there's that sharp edge again. I really love those sharp edges. They make it a lot easier to get a pretty glossy look. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. And, maybe do a little bit here and here. Blend it up good. Don't know if that's actually making a difference, but it doesn't matter. It kind of does. A lot of it just comes down to hard and soft edges. That's how you get that kind of juicy, I guess, look. For lack of a better term. You can do this, and it looks like pretty good. And again, you have to have those soft edges to kind of make it squishier looking. A little bit of soft, a little bit of hard. You don't gotta blend everything, but it helps a lot on these little bits for making it look a little fancier. Oop, there we go. Try to sharpen that a little, maybe. Okay, now let me demonstrate using one of the eyes. We're going to first do like a little darkened bit here. And add some, like, lightness to this eye. Though I've recently realized I like whenever it's a little darker. Like, this isn't pure white. It looks pretty light compared to everything else, though, but it just looks nice this way. We're gonna blend a little here. There we go. We'll, fix up the rest of the eye later, but... We're gonna go along here. Looks like it's catching some of that. Like adding this little, like, red line along the inner part. It adds a little bit of, like, I don't know, it's just a thing that I do. It's something that eyes actually have going on. A little sploof there, yeah. Okay, grab my white color again. Let's try to think about where the lights are. Like, there's probably something going on a little here. Just gonna do that. And again, blendy blend, keeping track of that sharp edge so it doesn't vanish. Okay, let's zoom out because that might look a little weird from afar. Okay, yeah, we want to do that. Gonna do like that. There we go. Gonna do like that and see how that looks. A lot of times I have to just play around and see how this makes the shapes look. Like this might not be the optimal shape for making this shadow, but we'll find out. Looks pretty good. Not shadow, I meant light. I suppose you can tell that though, just from looking. So, you've got this kind of juicy, I think that's how you described it, highlight. And again, hard and soft edges. Everything's got those pretty hard and soft edges. Makes things all fancy schmancy. Put a little in here. Make sure you have that soft edge. And having high contrast can help a lot too with getting those like juicy looks. It just adds a lot to it. Kind of knowing where and when to put the blushes. Oh yeah, and having some harder shadows is also good. Like having something a little harsher in there can do a lot for an image. That didn't work. Okay. That's all weird. Okay, that was... What is it doing? I don't know why it's doing that, but oh well. We're gonna just, adjust that. Yeah. Now, one thing I like to do with eyes, especially if there is a sky, though technically I sometimes do it when there isn't one, but it is supposed to be reflecting a sky, theoretically, is I'll do like this. Keeping it more transparent near the bottom. Make it a little fadier. There we go. Next, add on a little bit of light. And now you got this pretty juicy look. Yeah. I've got to stop using the word juicy. It feels strange. Juicy doesn't feel like... See, that's a weird word.